Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here in the Nostalgia Critic, and today, well, time to wrap up a trilogy with Superman 3. Yeah, third one coming in. And apparently, not as great as the first two. So, oh boy, I wish them luck. So let's check it out. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's check it out.
This episode brought to you by Stamps.com. Why go to the store to get stamps when you can have them printed right at home for your convenience? Also brought to you by Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit.
Show it
Hey
again.
folks, we're starting YouTube memberships. If you want access to emojis, polls, behind-the-scene videos, and other perks, check out and see if you want to become a member. And we got some Midwest cons coming up. Hope to see you there.
Let's go.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
I swear that never happens.
More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. But he can also fly, so it's a tad less impressive when you know that.
Look, up in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's
I'm not
Superman!
for any of those things.
It's Superman.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll let you know.
Bye, Superman.
I didn't know there was a Superwoman. I thought there was just Supergirl.
Yeah, and it's Lois Lane. That's crazy.
What do you learn?
Next.
Oh, hi, Superboy.
Superboy.
That's not awfully PC. What about super person or super other man?
Man, I didn't know there was a Superboy. And neither did my spell check because when I wrote the script, it came up as spelled wrong.
Really?
Okay, tell us about yourself.
Well, some people confuse me for a younger version of Superman, but that's not true. You see,
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember so you don't have to. With the first two Superman movies being such big hits, we're trying to see what character should be in the third one. Well, Superman's character
True, there's
lineup
a
isn't
lot to
quite
the
as
show.
well known as, say, Batman's lineup. The movie showed they can be adapted in an entertaining way. And there's plenty of interesting villains and companions to choose from. Some impressive and epic, while
Brainiac.
others crypto.
Weird. Hi.
Bottom line, there was a lot of potential waiting to be discovered by a big screen audience.
True.
So we're seeing which ones make the most sense for Superman 3.
Thank you so much. We'll be in contact.
Bye,
All right,
Superboy.
let's see. The next one is named Brainiac.
Huh?
Have you been helped?
Oh, I'm Gus Gorman. I'm here to
Gus
try out for
Gorman?
the Superman movie.
Oh,
Gus Gorman, huh?
What's your history in the comic?
I have no history.
Well, what about who you work for?
They have no history.
Well, what
Huh?
are they like?
Well, you know Lex Luthor and Miss Tessmacher?
Yeah?
These
Yeah.
are lame versions of them. Oh, and he has a sister that's just the ugliest. Oh, God, too ugly. Take her away.
I mean, she's
Seems a
not
little harsh, huh?
that bad.
If Medusa had a sister and that sister was burned by ugly fire,
I'm sorry, why do you
What's
want
going
to
on
see
here?
a movie?
Superman. I love Superman when he comes in with the woo, the laser beam eyes and the
Okay.
batarangs. Throwing
Malcolm's having fun with this, I swear to God.
Superman.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to pass.
Wait. I
What?
see potential here.
What do you mean?
Potential in that?
Lifts buildings and
I don't know why, but I just see world's best stand-up comedian in this guy.
I
How?
don't know why either.
Can't you see him on the poster that years later people will swear was AI generated?
Feel
I
like
can
this.
see people confusing it for a parody movie.
No kidding.
Just think it'd be fun to destroy something beautiful.
Why?
It's my cape. It's my cape. Woo!
Maybe if. Will you shut
Shut up.
Not until you put me in the movie.
Okay, fine, just leave.
Got it. Oh, you have a door.
Yeah, so?
So?
You know what I love about doors?
Don't answer that, it's a trick.
What?
Don't.
They open and close. They open and close. They open and close.
This is Superman 3. Will you get the
Thank
hell
you.
out of here?
Scram.
Superman.
Not now. Sheesh. That was rough.
After the smash hits of Superman 1 and 2, the replacement director from the last film came in to continue their success with Superman 3. And when I say success,
guess?
I mainly mean the suck part.
Uh-oh.
After we got one of the greatest superhero sequels of all time, it only figures we get one of the worst superhero sequels of all time.
We're in for a rough
It's
ride,
been
aren't
called
we?
that a lot. With an unfocused plot, essential characters given a back seat, and an absolute assassination of comedy from a brilliant comedian, Richard Pryor. Pryor
Huh.
was a huge star both in stand-up and the movie scene. And he took the part thinking there would be a
Right.
bit more drama to the role. He quickly discovered, though, not only did they want him to be comic relief, but all the staples
Harsh.
of his brilliant humor were going to be stripped away for
This?
whatever this is. But to just blame Pryor for the film's failure would be like blaming Jake Lloyd for Phantom Menace or Sofia Coppola for Godfather 3. There are a ton of other factors that make this an absolute disaster. And we're sadly gonna look over them here today.
Brace yourselves.
So let's take a look at this laugh riot.
Hey, Critic, I really think you're missing some great comedy out here. I mean, his cape is pink. Superman's cape is not pink. It's so wacky.
Get out of here!
Buzz off!
Let's take a look at Superman 3.
Yeah. Jeez, what's your Carlin here? You'd think they would give him some more materials, but... Oh boy. I mean, I get why he wanted to do it. You know, drama. I mean, guess he wanted to branch out. Can't be comedy all the time, otherwise, well, you get this. Oh boy. Carlin, I feel bad for you. I mean, you want a drama, and nope, you gotta be the funny man. Jeez. I don't know how they managed to convince him, but something tells me he never fully agreed, hence the performance and why this movie bombed. Oh boy. Brace yourself, let's see how bad this gets. Here comes Superman 3.
Next.
Okay, hi.
So
Carlin,
bad
hi.
on the beginning of Bustin' Loose.
Could be.
Yeah, would you even guess this was a superhero movie? Or any comic book movie for that matter?
Nope.
It's just Pryor playing a character named Gus trying to get a job from a Chuck Jones caricature here.
They expect you to learn that stuff in one day. Hold the lettuce, hold the ketchup. Can I have some sauce, please? I don't want any sauce.
Sir, we're trying to film a Superman.
Yeah, come on,
Please
wrong.
Step aside.
Yeah, comedy's that way.
Don't call me a bum. I'm not a bum.
I was gonna say making the toy look like a comedic
much,
masterpiece,
Pryor.
but bum is good.
Yep, pretty
The
much.
hell with those epic opening titles in space. This sequel opens literally walking over the names of Superman and Richard Pryor. Can't get more fitting than that.
Oh boy.
This whole intro
Okay,
is done
what?
like a silent comedy if it was played at half speed. All the timing is painfully off. But maybe that's because you can't make out half of it because the lower portion is so blurry you'd swear you're wearing bifocals.
Wouldn't be
Hey, you're
surprised.
supposed to be in a Batman movie, little fella. Well, I saved the day. Back on the street you go to cause an accident.
Like so.
The payoff isn't even that
Jesus.
great. Superman saves one guy and then the slapstick just keeps going. Wouldn't it make more sense if he had a
Hi.
solution that
Oh,
solved
sorry.
every problem, like putting everyone in trouble on a truck and lifting them out of the chaos over into one street over? And maybe they start causing chaos in that street too? I don't know, it's not a great conclusion, but this doesn't even conclude.
oops.
It just moves on to something else.
Yeah, what was that
Even
about?
they have a look like... Was there a human mouse
Did I
trap
just
game going
miss
on
something
for 6
here?
minutes? No, I remember joy coming from that game.
Aw. Yeah, I don't know. What was that?
Meanwhile, the Daily Planet talks about a humanitarian of the year named Ross Webster.
Webster, huh?
He's good looking.
Now, who's this other woman? That's his sister. Picture looks fuzzy.
The picture's fine. She looks like that in real life.
Wait.
Harsh.
Absolute knockout, something wrong with the camera. Both these two could be on the cover
Yeah.
of Absolutely No Impression Monthly.
I don't know.
Yeah, even I'm like, dude, Jamie, what are you doing? She seems fine to me. I mean, if it had a mole, I think you could have gotten away with it, but no. Nothing. She just has a normal face. Seems a little harsh, huh? Anyway.
Know why the idiot in circulation.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Clark.
Hi, Lois. Morning, Jimmy.
I just recorded my lines via Skype this morning.
Pretty much.
She's going to Smallville for a high school reunion while
Have
Lois
fun.
is going on vacation because she wants nothing to do with this movie.
Bye.
Later, Lois.
There's rumors that because she was so vocal about Donner being cut from the other movie that her part was trimmed in this. But apparently
Seems a
she
little
had
harsh.
other projects, which if you look at her IMDb, does check out.
Yeah.
The producer said her and Clark's relationship had nowhere else to go. Yeah,
Harsh?
That's why they dropped that romance so quick in the comics too.
Different continuity.
Seeing the film, Kidder's reaction to being in it so little was,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'd probably think of my stars
gets
too.
a job as a computer programmer, giving Office Space their plot.
They can't be bothered to collect a half cent from your paycheck any more than you could.
No, really, the makers of Office Space said they actually got the idea for stealing a small amount of money from people's paychecks from Superman 3. So,
Huh,
hey, that and
really?
this meme are the only things we can thank this movie for. And
Okay.
on Clark's way to Smallville, there's trouble at a chemical plant.
I'm surprised the cop didn't look around
It's a
after he heard the door.
surprisingly good effect.
Yeah, they were like,
Saves the people, but finds a room with an
Hey.
experimental acid that can't be abandoned.
That's concentrated Beltric acid.
What does it do?
Weird comic book stuff. Will it come in later? At no other point except literally the last minute of the climax.
sounds about right. Bye.
Here we go.
Hey, I got you,
This
buddy.
is so much better than saving Lois. Apparently her and my relationship had nowhere to go but me and Jimmy. That chemistry we can still work off of.
Sheesh.
Actually, most of the romance is around Clark and his old high school friend Lana Lang, played by Annette
Oh, yeah, I think I
O'Toole.
remember her in
Who
the
give
comics.
Credit is
There we
not
go,
only
wow.
from the comic, but also from the first film. I know it's a weird thing to praise, but seeing how they just make up whoever they want now, I'll give credit
True,
when
a
they have
little
good
continuity
callback.
there, thank you. Okay, bulge, hi.
Crotch!
Yeah, why? Again?
This is the first time, excuse me, you've come back to this little burg since your mom passed away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
This is Mom.
Bye-bye, Mom.
The father dying is a huge
Sheesh.
character-defining moment, but the mother passing is barely a comic book asterisk.
Pretty much.
For helping me out.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, okay. Like, even in the comics, both parents are still alive. But here, nope, bye-bye. Just kill him off the first one, which I think Man of Steel and... Okay, I was about to say Batman v Superman did, but... Then again, I think they just kept the Man of Steel one, so we'll just stick with that. Man of Steel. Yeah. It's still weird, I gotta say. Like, isn't the dead parent thing Batman's thing? Sheesh. Anyway, moving along. Next.
You kidding, Lana?
He helps Lana clean up after the party, and they catch up on old times.
You know, years later, you can look at someone and think,
How much
He
they
looks
really
like
look
Superman.
like Superman.
What?
Well, in Pleasantville, Jesus, somebody get laid so we can see more color. We see
Okay,
Angela
yeah, I was
Ross,
about to
played
say
by Barbara
Pleasantville.
Vaughn, his sister Vera, played by Annie
Vera.
Ross, and Lorelai, played by Pamela Stevenson.
Hey, what?
Baba, I will not let this woman have the right to...
Shut up!
Closed. Ears open.
she's a big pig.
You go back to working with Dr. Evil, and you go back to dating Mickey Mouse.
Sounds like me, yeah.
Now, goodbye.
They find out about Gus's computer scheme, and rather than turn him in, they invite him to help out with their evil plans.
I know that you're a man of compassion and you have pity, and I don't want to go to jail because they have robbers and rapists.
Is it weird that that's the second
why? Robbers
PG
and-
Superman movie to use that word?
No kidding.
Computers rule the world today, and the
I mean,
fellow who
hi.
can rule the computer can rule the world himself.
I will say the bad guys' plan to control all computers, predicting they're going to be an even bigger thing in the future, is weirdly ahead of its time.
True.
Kind of in the same way the box scheme in Batman Forever was ahead of its time. Everything else about the villains are still pretty dumb.
You didn't tell me your mother was going to be here.
It is not enough that I succeed. Everyone else must fail.
Where Lex tried to use his brain to
Okay.
rise from the sewers and achieve powers and riches, this guy's already rich and
Rich, yeah,
powerful.
mhm.
And on top of that, boring. His first big scheme centers around coffee.
You know what I want now?
No.
I want coffee. Destroy the entire Colombian coffee crop right down to the last.
Okay, I guess I can't pretend
Harsh?
real estate is the most fascinating scheme either, but Lex would have made this interesting. Otis would
True.
want his own brand of coffee or something,
Yeah, I can imagine.
but that's nothing.
But also, destroy the whole coffee product. Like, wouldn't you just get a riot on your hands? Because, let's be real, people, if we lose coffee, we're going to be screwed. You know? I'm just saying, because I can imagine that happening. Anyone else? Anyway.
Compared to the amazing subplot of the Daily Planet
And Jimmy's
running
in the
their
cast.
Jingo Bingo. No, really, that's a subplot, and they return to it a lot.
It's time for you to draw this month's winning jingo number.
This is the first time I ever won anything.
Look, Lauren, a native wedding.
Get out your wallet, Mr. Editor!
Mr. White, look what I've got for you.
How's it do that? How's it manage
don't
to
even
cut
know.
from one boring thing to an even more boring thing?
You got me.
Clark hangs with Lana and her son Ricky, and I will admit, I love him wearing the red Smallville sweater with an S on it like a cape, as they try to have a picnic.
Hey, pate.
Oh, Clark, that's Buster's dog food.
Oh, shoot. Well, I have to kiss you now to make you forget that.
Roof, roof.
Little Ricky's in trouble, though, and about to get plowed, so Superman goes to
I
save.
gotcha.
Superman?
Hi.
That's me.
Wow,
That's it?
They did not do a camera test with him and that kid because they had no
Nope.
connection. It's actually kind of impressive. A little boy
Superman?
and Superman. It is impossible for them not to have chemistry together. This kid's supposed to bring back Superman's humanity later, yet he looks at him like he was hoping for the Green Lantern.
I don't think of it was around back then.
Mr. Kent?
And of
I got him.
Clark returns, but no one can put together their connection.
I see Superman every day.
Could you get me his autograph?
I don't know. If I had a nickel for every time some little kid.
Man, that's bad.
That was a
Even
bad
the movie's
cut.
Like, this scene's going nowhere. Just cut away from it.
There's no vodka in it!
Oh, now things are funny. We got big hats.
Hi, Pryor. Welcome back.
Nope. Gus gets the security
Whee.
guard drunk so he can access.
The computer
You
again.
know, to be honest, I don't fully know. This movie is so boring, and I try watching so many of these scenes without falling asleep that I actually miss what he's supposed to be doing here. I know you can argue it's unprofessional of me, but I'd rather be called unprofessional than watch any of Superman 3 again.
Okay, what?
Somehow he hacks the computers all throughout the city to be even more unfunny than it already is, which is an impressive feat.
Huh?
Even the original Ninja Turtles cartoon
Like,
would
dude,
look at this
get
and say,
real.
"Dude, you gotta take this more seriously."
Even I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
This gang on a building filled with snow.
Okay.
Give you a point
Why?
for originality on that one. And how do you save money on showing
Awesome.
Superman saving the day? Have somebody explain how Superman saved the day.
With a
as
pink
unfunny
blanket.
as possible.
Okay.
You didn't see the man come flying out of the sky from the clouds. It was him.
This goes on for a while, folks. Get comfy.
His cape was flapping in the wind. He was flying. He was great. He was just flying around. I'm talking about drying it up like the machines that they have in the men's rooms. You know what I'm talking about? The hot air comes out and you put your hands under there.
This is so painful. I feel like the Emperor from Amadeus when he's watching the ballet with no music.
And he landed right in the middle of this big plantation. Dun, 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 dun. And you think he stood around to take bows? Not this man. With his cape flapping and he just checked everything out, right?
You got me.
Vision.
You got me.
Understand. He made the little inn on top of the...
Is it modern?
Just like that. Oh, it's gonna go crazy. I never seen nothing. But Superman put these laser beams out of his eyes on him.
You like this?
Right. He flies off again, right? Then he saw what really caused the trouble, right?
Well, look at them.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what's going on here.
Into the tornado, went down to the bottom of the tornado, and turned it upside down.
Thank you.
Superman's bad.
But it has a topper. He skis down the side of the building.
And apparently can do that. How?
Literally
Is physics
Goofy 40 years earlier doing the same thing as saying, "Oh, I'm embarrassed for you." So again,
Yeah. Okay. Like, you gotta think, like, what is going on here? Like, I feel like this would be part of the cartoon, not an actual, not the actual live-action movie. Like, seriously, the signs just beating each other up, literally, the walk. I mean, him sliding out the building, landing safely, like, huh? Oh, God, what is going on today? Yeah. I mean, geez, we're going from General Zod fight to this. I mean, if I was watching this, I'd be asking, where's my money? I want my money back. Anyway.
and it's a little confusing, but
that a
Gus
laser?
recreates the formula for kryptonite, but with an unknown element, which they plan to use on Superman, who's being given a hero's welcome for saving Ricky. And in yet another misunderstanding of Richard Pryor's comedy, they have him dress up like an army general because they think he's Bugs Bunny.
You sit on molded plastic seats. America leads the world in high-grade plastics.
My God, you can literally see this
Why?
scene flatlining even before it's a minute in.
We cannot afford a chemical plastics
Poor
gas.
Richard
Because when you
Pryor.
put your hand in a pile of goo that used to be the Superman franchise, you'll know who to blame.
Thank the Lord for Superman.
He gives Superman the kryptonite with nobody questioning what it is, and Gus not understanding why it's not working on him.
How am I supposed to know what unknown means? Do you know how they're always trying to find the secret recipe in that chicken in the bucket?
Am I crazy or is
Hey,
Pryor
hey,
playing a
what's going on
character
here?
He would mock in his stand-up. They try to set him up as a loser who can't get a job, but then reveal he's a computer
Genius.
They go back and forth between
him being an idiot to
everybody
him
and then
being a genius.
He can fool everybody. I don't think anyone knew what this character was outside of Richard Pryor is playing him. And this movie is so bad, even Richard Pryor is doing a pretty poor job playing Richard Pryor.
There's been an accident on
This
the
just
Overlook
sucks.
Bridge. A trailer truck crashed through the barrier rail.
The kryptonite, however, does start to affect Superman, as he hears about an emergency, but instead wants to spend time hitting on Lana.
Well, there's no rush.
It's a bridge.
Oh, it's okay. I always get there on time.
If I miss it, I gotta work around. No big deal.
Sounds alright.
You know, it's unusual finding a good-looking girl like you alone like this.
Reeve actually plays scuzzy Superman pretty well. And maybe the best part of the movie is watching such a pure character start to act threatening. He doesn't even do anything here, yet you swear you're watching a serial killer stalk his next victim.
Are you sure you shouldn't do something about the bridge?
What bridge?
I destroyed it in the 2 seconds you looked away. He comes to his senses, though, and makes his way to where the disaster already took place.
What can I do to help?
Not much of anything now.
If only you'd got here a minute sooner.
I'll get here sooner when you fix this damn door!
Please don't. I'm like, what was that? Just, was just out of nowhere for all this, because, like, what the... Like, you just gotta wonder, like, why come up with this? So, yeah, if you don't remember this one, there's the Richard Pryor stuff, and now we got an evil Superman coming out to play. Which we'll expand upon in, like, Injustice, Gods Among Us, I think, and Ultraman, if I remember correctly, but still, yikes. This is happening. Okay, back to the action.
So you might think this is the beginning of Superman slowly turning evil, bit by bit, losing the humanity that kept him such a decent superhero. But now he's just bad right away.
Shouldn't that be part of the beginning now I think about it?
Be selfish or noble? That is literally all you get. From here on out, he's just a scumbag. No transition, no complex character study, he's just a dickhole now. I love too, the first bad thing he does is he straightens out the Tower of Pisa. Fixing this was a piece of cake. Ha! Even my puns are evil! His second act of menace, blowing out the Olympic torch. These are less evil deeds and more super pranks for a YouTube channel.
Pretty much.
Speaking of erect torches, while our villains devise an evil plot to seize control of oil tankers, Lorelei tries to get Superman's attention.
Don't let me keep you from anything.
I'm not in a rush. What did you have in mind?
With a portal.
Of the portal parody will look like.
There you go. Oh God. Oh boy.
She says if he keeps all the oil tankers in one place, she'll do whatever he wants for him. He complies, and well, so does she.
Yep. And broken neck.
Cut to a woman-shaped hole through the bottom of the bed.
Jesus Christ! Hello, bar, and no one's. What?
You know, it's funny. Most people love sharing this meme because, well, it's goddamn hilarious. But the funniest part isn't even in the meme. It's not that it's an unshaven Superman getting drunk. It's that it's an unshaven Superman getting drunk and nobody at the bar turns their head. They don't even look nervous to turn their head. They're just like,
yeah, we saw Wonder Woman pole dancing last week, smashed off her ass.
We're used to it.
Normal thing around here.
Ay. Oh, rude.
Again, I love how less terrible and more childish his evil deeds are.
Pretty much.
Get nuts!
Let's get nuts!
Let's get peanuts.
Superman, please get better.
Ricky sees Superman pleading for him to be good again.
So is he doing want
What should be
to?
the most interesting part of the movie? He splits himself into two and evil Superman faces off with good Clark Kent.
Also, how is this even possible?
Now, admittedly, this is a fascinating idea. You can have all the selfishness of what Superman could have been if he gave in to his temptations. Fight against all the good he is by not giving in to them. The problem is, it's literally that, just a fight.
Pretty much.
And well, it is cool to see. There's very little meat to it. Like, if Clark reminded him of the good they could accomplish versus Superman saying how much humanity doesn't deserve them. There's so many things you could do with this, and they don't take advantage of any of it. However, like I said, the image of this is just so good, it does come across as a little cool. Even if at times, it is unintentionally hilarious.
Yeah, again, Looney Tunes much?
From A Christmas Story, you destroy his glasses and he goes apeshit, strangling evil Superman and finally merging into the true Man of Steel. He goes to stop our villains who have made a supercomputer in the middle of the desert.
I just don't see why you can't balloon down like the rest of us.
I just don't believe a man can fly.
You really saw it!
Review after seeing this.
Uh-huh. Just why at this
So the funny thing is, while the other two films are good but have lame endings, this film is lame, but the ending's kind of fun. Most of the movie is aggressively boring, but this is where it goes silly in kind of the right way. They fire missiles at him that's so like a video game, they literally use a video game to track it. He makes it to their lair, resulting in this hilarious line delivery.
Hi, honey.
I don't know you, lady.
I don't know you.
This supercomputer is surprisingly pretty badass. It has some really cool creative weapons that manage to really hurt Superman without just bringing a green rock towards him. Even if, again, it doesn't
weird
always
ball
make
there,
sense.
don't know why.
Let's see how long you can carry on without any air.
Yeah, there's plenty of air out in
In
space.
space.
Congratulations, old buddy. You're going to go down in history as the man who killed Superman.
Oh, come on, man. That's too close to home. There's the writers, the director. When Gus has a change of heart and tries to turn off the computer is so powerful it goes Skynet and becomes self-aware, deciding it wants to kill everybody. Seriously,
great,
this
evil
damn computer should have been the main villain.
I'm surprised they didn't do that earlier. Oh, bye, sis.
And in a scene I know scared almost every single child who saw it, the computer starts turning people into robots.
Yikes.
To this day,
creepy.
I still get a little freaked out whenever I see someone turned into a machine. It's stupid, I know, it's Saturday morning shit, it can't really happen. But this moment disturbed me so much, it still unnerves me. It's not even that long, only a few seconds. But you go to YouTube and you can see the tons of people that were creeped the shit out by this. I think it's how choppy, awkwardly, and even quietly it's done. It goes from bombastic music and screaming to just no score and the computer clicking. It's only a little bit of time, but my God, that little bit of time stayed with a lot of people.
Oh, bye.
He has to wipe out everybody and is adapted to Superman's powers, so he goes to get the Deus Ex Machina acid that was mentioned before. Still don't know you, lady. The machine tries to roboticize Supes as well, but the acid breaks through, blowing up the computer.
Hey, cool. Can I get help?
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for several times trying to kill me.
Yeah, only one time, I
he
think.
lets Gus off because he saved him once and even manages to get him a job. Just, you know, no more of that almost destroying the world thing, young man.
You already flew with him. Oh, you don't know about me and him?
What did he even think was gonna be there? This movie's awful!
Yeah, like, what?
Lana Lang is in it as Clark gets her a job at the Daily Planet.
Catfight anybody?
Supes has Lois, but Clark has Lana. What am I supposed to be rooting for again?
You got me.
Like your sparkler. I couldn't believe it when Clark gave it to me.
Clark gave it to you?
Jesus.
The subplot you forgot was even a subplot, as well as Superman doing the right thing by ruining this guy's livelihood again.
Rude.
Can you maybe fix it the clean screen king next time? He gets the reassuring smile of no refunds, and the movie finally ends. And you know, I gotta say,
Just
returning
why?
to this film all these years later,
Still
it's
bad.
even worse than I remember it.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Superman 4 is at least so bad it's good. This film, for all its strangeness, is fascinatingly dull. The humor is dead on arrival, it has ideas it barely touches the surface of, and it has way too many pointless subplots. I didn't even get to the one about Lana's ex because it impacted the story so little. The only time the film is kind of fun is in the last part. I really think this should have been about Superman fighting a supercomputer. Hell, maybe it goes all the way and does something like turns him into a robot. I don't know, Superman fighting a robot, Superman fighting himself as a robot. Just, there's something freaky and cool you can do with that. But as is, this film is horribly written, horribly directed, and horribly conceived. It's a mess in every meaning of the word, and in no way lives up to the epicness of its predecessors.
Yeah, it's just rough.
And what a waste of a comedic legend like Richard Pryor. There's no other way to describe this character than...
Don't call me a bum! I'm not a bum!
Ooh,
I didn't say it yet.
Fight the power! Ow!
Why?
He's gonna be mad.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Dick.
There's only one film left for Super Month.
Yep, Snyder Cut. I'll get to that tomorrow.
Doesn't look like it's gonna get much better. Wait, is that the Snyder Cut? Oh, that one's awesome.
Sweet.
Superman's bad.
Yeah, honestly, sheesh. It almost feels like a Looney Tunes cartoon. I mean, the breaking glasses bit, Pryor here, like, huh? Jeez, I feel like this would be a part of the cartoon, not the movies, you know? Honestly, if they tweaked it a bit, they could have worked it out, but, yeesh. They were just all over the place, you know? Just a mess. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.